I was starting to feel nervous about it, but then this funny thing popped into my head that I'm going to tell you. Do you mind if I tell you something funny? So, as a musician, but as a musician that for 13 of the 17 years that I've been writing music, I've been living in my own home and having to write there, and basically I have to tell myself, Sarah probably feels similarly, but I have to tell myself that my neighbors cannot hear me playing guitar and singing, and it's like kind of an ugly process when you start writing a song. Like there's a lot of like, and I'm sure my neighbors are just like, fuck that bitch. So, you know, a lot of like, depending on where I live, records have been influenced by how much noise I make. Like with the Con, I wrote a lot of songs like 19 the Con and Call It Off acoustically, and on like I picked the guitar parts originally because my landlords lived in my backyard and they were outside unusually like a lot, they were outside a lot, period. And so I had to be quiet because I would run into them in the laundry room and they'd be like, that new song you're working on is great, and I'd be like, so anyway, but I was just thinking about the fact that when I was writing this record in my place, one night I went with a friend to a wedding of another friend of ours that I didn't know that well, and I brought my friend as a date because my girlfriend couldn't come, and we decided that since we were going to be the only gay people at the wedding, that we were going to really ham it up, so we like dressed, like we wore like top hats and like, you know, all the gay people there were like, so that night in particular I wore this new pair of pants that if anyone is as obsessed with Justin Bieber as I am, you've seen them, but they're like skin tight, but then it has kind of like a drop crotch. It's a terrible look for someone short like me, but it doesn't matter. So I wore these pants, and the whole night at the wedding, like as people got really drunk, like girls and guys were coming up and being like, I love your pants, can I touch the crotch of them? Anyway, it's a really funny night, but there was this horrifying moment at my table. We got sat at the table with the other gay people there, and the other gay guys there, I'm not a guy, but I mean, I think I am, but I'm not, but the gay guys that were sitting at the table, they are my neighbors, and they were like, oh, you're the one that has all the parties all the time, and you're always like rocking out in your apartment, and I was like, huh, is that a joke? Did someone tell you to say that? And they're like, no, like our building backs onto yours, and you're always having parties. I was like, I don't have any parties, like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. There's this like whole rumor going around about me. So anyway, I wrote this song like maybe a week later, and it started out just as an acoustic song, but now it's not. But it's not about that. None of those topics. But I would like it if while I'm singing it, you imagine that I'm wearing those pants that I'm wearing. This is a song off the Garden record that's coming out in February called Heartthrob, and the song's called I'm Not a Fool. I Was a Fool. I did write the song, but I'm high on Red Bull, so anyway, but that's embarrassing. The song's called I Was a Fool. Now people die. Would never do justice how excited we all are to be here and playing in front of you tonight. So thank you so much right off the start. never say. Is it better than keeping my mouth shut? That goes without saying. Call, break, in our call, break, my heart. Maybe I would have been something you could get at. Maybe you would have been something I'd be good at. Chance I start to wonder if this is the thing to do. What do you do with the last hour of you? How do you know what's the good? What's the good? What's the good? Behind the eye and tell me you'll find me attractive. Behind the eye and from the snow upside down. It's my first time ever in the history of our band not playing an instrument, so yeah, I know it's huge. It's a really big deal, but mainly what it is just kind of awkward. So I look to you for a lot of inspiration. So if you really want to give her during this song, that would help me not feel like a big giant fucking asshole. So. Tell me why.